It's the 8th day of Hanukkah, and we are cleaning up our chanukiot. I start by filling up the sink with hot water, or what I think is hot water, but actually it's the morning in Israel, and so we didn't actually really have any hot water. It was like sort of lukewarm, which is a big mistake when you're trying to clean up all the wax and everything. So if I had to go back and reassess this and do this again, I would say to myself, don't skimp out, save the time to boil the water, turn on the water heater or boil some water so that it's really hot and it takes you much less time, because honestly cleaning up today took me like 2 hours and it really should have taken me maximum an hour and 10 minutes. Cleaning all the cups, cleaning all the chanukiot, it just was a disaster because the water just wasn't hot enough. And so if you haven't cleaned up from Hanukkah yet, my tip to you is make the water really, really hot, get it soapy, soak everything. The wax and the oil will just really clean up much faster and easier if you do it that way. Once I realized that it was really taking me way too long, I started taking water from our always boiling mecham, the hot water thing in our kitchen, and then that made it much easier to get all the grease, wax, everything, all that stuff off from all the individual cups. I cleaned all the individual cups, the chanukiot, and the little pieces that hold the wicks that go inside the cups. Now you may say to me, why did you do that? Why didn't you just buy the pre-filled cups? Well, the pre-filled cups never really work for us. And you might say, well, these are meant to be disposable, so why not just throw them out? Well, I'm not really into throwing things away if I don't have to. I think we don't need to waste resources. And yes, it's true, it took me time to get this stuff clean, but now next year I know that it's going to take me less time if I make really hot water. And so that's what I'm going to do. And I even left myself a note of the things we need to buy for next year and what I can do to make cleanup faster. My husband came to help me get the cups into the containers so that they would be easier to store and we wouldn't have to use too much additional wrapping to store it. I made sure that everything was really, really, really dry, and that's why I came into the living room, because the sun was shining, so I could leave things in the sun to try to get as dry as possible before I packed everything away. Here you can see me writing down what we're going to do for next year, and I attach it to the box so that it's there, and we have a reference so I don't have to remember everything, because trying to keep it all in my head is just not a good thing. And this brings us to the end of the 2025 Hanukkah season. I hope your Hanukkah was full of love and light, sending you love and light.